Summer's here. Hope you all had great Memorial Days weekends. I'm sure many of your activities were filled with the typical summer activities like barbecues or the beach or a pool party. So with the kickoff of summer, I want to educate you guys about an issue that's really important to me, and that's swimming safety. It's that time of year, and it's a good reminder as we're all going out, especially if you have younger children in your lives, to be very aware and cognizant of things that you can do to be preventative and keep children as safe as possible during these summer months. So I'd like to start off with a personal story. Every year my family goes to West Hampton. My parents have a beach house, and it's something that my entire family looks forward to going to all year. So my little niece Kira, she's about 4 in this picture. That's with her mom Tiff. About 2 years ago, so she was about 4. She was starting to learn how to swim. This was a big summer for her. Her friends were starting to learn how to swim. This was like the goal of Kira's summer, like she's going to learn how to swim. So one day we were shopping, and I found a bathing suit that had these built-in floaties, and I immediately thought of Kira. I bought it, brought it home, and Kira was so excited. She put it on right away, and she went in the pool, and she was just swimming around and didn't need help from anyone. So she was getting her confidence up. This is actually what she looks like in her special suit, we would call it, and it would just keep her head right above the water and the rest of her body all underwater, and she was just swimming around like she had no problem. So one day, we were all hanging out by the pool, and it was towards the end of the day. Kira had already been swimming all day, and her mom had just put her in a regular bathing suit while we barbecued. And my brothers, being older and always picking on the younger girl, threw me into the pool, and other people started going in, and then Tiffany, Kira's mom, decided to go in with her little baby brother. We had all kind of gotten out by this time, so Tiffany was the only one in the pool, and Kira wanted to go in. So she starts to go in, and I say, no, not without your special suit. And I turned away, and Kira had just grabbed a kickboard and goes in to go with her mom and starts kicking, and her mom's at the other side of the pool, and Kira let go, and she didn't really know how to swim. She didn't have her special suit, so she started to sink, and I yelled for Tiffany, and Tiffany's on the other side. I luckily was right there, and I jumped right in, and everything was fine. But ever since then, it's just been a real scare, especially since there's younger children in the family roaming around, that we really want to be cognizant and get our kids the proper training before they're all around areas with swimming. So some important statistics. This happens to thousands of families a year, unfortunately, and some stories aren't so successful as ours. Children under the age of 5 are most likely at risk for drowning, and drownings actually happen 10 times per day. 1 in 5 drowning victims of the 10 a day are children, and that's because the likelihood is so much more possible because they can fall into a tub, they can fall into a bucket. It only takes inches of water for something like this to happen. So we want to be preventative, and we want to get our children used to being in the water. So something you can do naturally is set up barriers so they're not actually getting into the water. You can have a fence around your pool, you can have netting. Personally, I think the best thing you can do for your children, if they're old enough, you can get them swimming lessons. But I cannot stress enough what I did for Kira. Do not do for any children that you know. Having floaties or even the noodle things or kickboards, that's not how they should learn to swim. They should learn to swim with an adult next to them and getting used to how their body feels in the water. That's the only way, because then they get a false sense of security with these other floaty devices. Another thing is that you could use the buddy system if you're something like you're at a family party at a beach house, like my family is. One person always in charge of one child, so everyone knows where everyone is at all times. And lastly, it's really good if you're an adult around children to have a CPR class and know what's going on. So I feel if you are educated about what I just went over and you share it with your family and friends, everyone can have a really happy and successful summer.